Greetings, this is Joanna from Heavenly Radiance. Good morning. And I'm up really early and I felt inspired to do an offering for angel cards. So this is an angel message for those who so desire. And we'll also be offering a beautiful Divine Feminine Mother activation class. It's a 30-minute class for 7 days from February 7th to 14th, which we'll be doing special activation and channeling from the Divine Heavenly Councils and Heavenly Families, as well as healing and activating the heart chakra through the Divine Mother frequency of nurturance and unconditional love and compassion. So I had some pretty amazing and beautiful experiences that I wanted to share and offer in a week-long invocational type of class to garner greater wisdoms and potentials to communicate with the heavenly families that are within us. And so here is your heavenly angel message for today. May you walk bravely and boldly in who you are. And our Divine Unicorn card is, I'll do one card from each deck. And this is the Magical Unicorns by Doreen Virtue. And this one is forgive. It's time to let go of anger, blame, shame, and forgive. And as we've offered in all of our offerings, forgiveness is one of the main attributes and the heavenly virtues within the divine female and feminine qualities. And we say heaven without any attributions to any specific aligned dogma. It's the highest pure frequency of heavenly light families that we all carry within us. And it's a virtue in which changes our alchemic frequencies within us. Through the process of forgiveness, we alchemically change biochemical constituents, as well as our mental, emotional, and physical bodies. Alchemic transactions, if you will, in the true vibration of forgiveness allows us to open our hearts and truly create greater love and honor within who we are as divine beings of heavenly honor. And so first, acknowledging and accepting our place within whatever has occurred, the lessons and the blessings that have come from it, and then offering divine forgiveness for your heart and your soul to come forward in love in the fullest and most purest way. There's oftentimes forgiveness has many densities and obligatory energies that from the heavenly councils, from the Christic perspective, is not what it has meant over time. And so much of the offerings that we've come forward is to change and create higher vibrational understandings of oftentimes the words that we've used and how we've used them, because from the heavenly perspectives, it's not how they are used at all. So we offer those higher vibrational words and potentials that we walk forward with a greater and lighter heart, as it was always meant to be, in alignment with the Christos, which is the vibration of our highest multidimensional perspective of human and spirit. And it again is not aligned with any specific religious accreditation, if you will, although they can be used within it, and it's not separative, if you will, but how it was meant in its highest original term was not what we have believed it to be, just like grace and many other words that were taken out of context and rewritten over time to become much more dense and from the vibration of fear and control, as opposed to freedom and liberation. So part of my role is to help redefine some of the words that we use to become higher vibrational beings and to truly take it within the purity of its context. And these are the Mother Mary cards by Alana Fairchild. Wonderful. And this one is Our Lady of the Rose Crown and Our Lady of the Rose Crown. I get this card often. This speaks about the ability to transcend challenges, to transcend, conformity and the challenges that we each come to create higher vibrations within ourselves. Ascension and enlightenment is the process of reawakening to a new state of being, whether it's a belief, a behavior, stemming from our thoughts and what we've come to believe to be true, and bringing it to higher vibrations of becoming. And this is about the divine feminine within us all, moving through the various challenges and trials and tribulations of life, but challenging conformity, challenging whatever is written or before us to create something new. And through that, we often feel the scars and the pings and the pangs of the thorns to walk the path of pure, heartfelt joy and enlightenment and oneness with all of creation. And I think that's what the masters, in my specific understanding and what I've come to believe through my many channelings and oneness with the various heavenly councils, much as Jesus and many of the other masters have come forward to always bring their unique personality and perspective on the majesties of life, sacredness of life, the sacredness of experiences within life and how we can become it, and releasing all sense of limitation, that we have ultimate control over our multidimensional bodies, and how when we are unaware of that and out of balance, then we become imbalanced and create many of the separations and limitations that we have in the world. If we've totally understood and brought into balance our mental, our emotion, our physical and etheric bodies, understanding that we are spirit, then we can walk forward in a much more honorable way. And I say honor in that we're honoring thyself. We're honoring who we are as a being of light, a vessel of light, conduits of light, calling forward the highest information and wisdom and intelligence to become harmonious in all ways with anything that we choose to explore. And she is the one that you can see the altar that she stands within in the blue sky. And this crown represents the challenges and the tribulations that she's walked through, her own journey. And the heart is at her throat chakra, which means that her heart and how she speaks is as one, that there is no deviation or deception from what her voice says, because the throat chakra is the vessel and the vortice of the divine soul and the heart. What have we each come here to express and to explore? And although there may be challenges, each of these roses represents the path less taken, the path in which we stand for our truth, the path through which we move against conformity and we create anew. And those have always in our society and in our history have always caused great pains. But it is with the intention of unfurling the divine sacred flower from within that is always unfurling and everlasting. So that's the Our Lady of Rose Crown. And it's a prayer of honoring your own sacred path, knowing that you will always move against those challenges to test us and to allow us to grow into our greater light. We each have those challenges, and we each offer them to ourselves at the highest level so that we can ever grow in our strength and ever grow in our higher knowing and ever grow within alignment with the purity of our heart, which is how our path was always meant to be unfolding, from the heart center first, to live, to speak, to honor, to explore and express all that we are through the heart of all that we are. Which is why many, oftentimes, the symbolisms that we have in nature, there's always a center point, because that center point is our remembrance, our reference point of who we are with Source Creator within our soul. Which for me, alchemically, how I've felt the light body activate, the subtle fields activate, anything that we do from a pure intent, which is the center of our being, those are the alchemic shifts that we create for ourselves, are done from the center. and why it always means so much. And this one is the Whispers of Love, Angela Harfield. These are beautiful cards. Another one of my favorite artists, Josephine Wall. I'll just pick a card here. My Divine Soul Tribe. Oh, this is wonderful. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. And it goes in alignment with the Our Lady of the Rose Crown. In all the paths that we walk, and in allowing ourselves to take greater steps forward, the innate reason and the innate tug and pull and the pings and pangs in why we do those, and follow a path of greater honesty and integrity, allowing our voices to be heard and shared, allowing our hearts to be heard and shared, is because we know innately within us that there is a greater love to be explored, and that we just take a chance on it. And oftentimes it's taking a chance on us, knowing that we are willing to put ourselves out there. We are willing to oftentimes go in waters that might be turbulent, and to know that we will always have a family and we will always be supported from all aspects. You can see there's a face there and a face there, and all of the attributes of Gaia for coming forward and representing new ideas and new concepts that we've often put forward in our channelings from the many consciousness beings in the groups that we've come to offer through our universal channelings, so that we bring higher vibrational potentials and possibilities and musings. Not that any one way is the right way, but all things are consciousness, and there is great intelligence within consciousness. And within that great intelligence means that we are able to entangle, to transform and transmute within those consciousness offerings, allowing us to understand that we are one with our nature and wildlife and all that is Gaia. We are one within the energies of all that is Source Creator, wanting to dance and entangle with us. And to release the limitations and the fears, to come out from hiding, and to truly take a chance and allow our hearts to love in new ways through the exploration and expression and experience of who we truly are. And again, it transcends anything that we have written down as perhaps theology, I guess, if you will, and there's no judgment in any way to any in any following. That's has never been, and those that know our offerings understand that. What we're doing is we're offering the highest vibrational potential that we can in the words that we use, to know that we are truly infinite. And much of what we have lived by and moved through has been through interpretation, and albeit much is wonderful and beautiful and pure to the energies of Source Creator. But there's far more for us to explore and to understand about our planet. There's far more for us to explore about wildlife and all consciousness energies, water, air, all that we are. Every aspect that we are able to explore is within the life of consciousness. And it transcends, truly transcends. We're moving from a 3D perspective to a fifth dimensional perspective. And even from the fifth dimensional and beyond, there are infinite numbers of dimensions in the omnipresent that we are able to explore and tap into as we move forward in our exploration. There's always a dimensional limitation, if you will, and constructs and rules, but the infinite is the infinite. And as we acknowledge this, we allow ourselves to truly unlock the hidden potentials that we each have as the DNA, and all that we are as multidimensional beings comes forward to play with us. But we have to ignite it first. We have to take that chance. We have to allow ourselves to step outside the box of what was. And innately, if you're here, you're allowing yourself to know that I knew that I was more than I was meant to be, because those are the underlying vibrational messages that we always offer. That perhaps just for one day, for an hour, that you allow yourself to truly release all limitations, all beliefs, and allow yourself to sit within the center of who you are and imagine yourself to be infinite. Thought, word, deed, potentiality, your ability to dream, your ability to explore or express who you are in new ways. And it always begins with love. And these ones are Angel Therapy by Doreen Virtue. Cards, and we'll pull one. I've already shuffled these. And this one is beautiful. And we were just talking about that third eye chakra. And this is again, my other favorite artist. She's still Josephine Wall, same artist on this deck as well as this deck. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. And as I've awakened over the many years, my eyesight and my inner eye as a visionary has changed. And I'm able to see things as I'm, in my regular physical eyes. I can see energy moving around me. And of course, many people can see auras and symbols within the auras that mean various things. And those are the healers that come forward to assist. I'm trying to put that so you can see it. But the beautiful vibrations of the third eye is allowing us to take, for me, I've always been excited about the gifts and the blessings that I've had and been blessed with, so that I can bring forward higher vibrational stories and potentials. And they come from using the gifts that we have within us. And that each chakra, each multidimensional gift that we activate through our pure intent, through our desire to live within an exploratory and an expressive environment of our pure, authentic self, we allow greater gifts to open and greater stories and worlds to be explored, because these are the potentialities that are always around us. However, we're seeing it and perceiving it from a limited perspective. And so we have a myriad of beautiful, magical experiences. What I'm so excited to bring forward is the sacredness within all life. And she's truly playing with all life. She allows herself to be seen as angels. She's allowed herself to be seen as nature and wildlife. And it is truly cyclical in allowing herself to change and transform throughout her expression of who she is. And these gifts, these chakras, and all that we have as the multidimensional fields and the bodies, if we allow ourselves to honor it and truly care for our multidimensional bodies in the way that it is source, a physical vessel being expressed as source, then we see the care and the love that Source Creator, the Holy Mother Father, the purest of holy love that are the creators of all universes, that they have for us, each and every one of us. That there will always be teams and families with us on our explorations to truly come forward and express those hidden talents and those authentic streams of consciousness that we each have to create new worlds that are beyond our imagining, that we, again, don't have words for. So we hope that that has been inspirational for each of you that have so desired to drop by and spend some time with us, and to always allow yourself to be playful in this beautiful exploration of who you are as spirit, knowing that around every corner and every moment that you have the potential to play and dance as the soul of love and light that you are. And we wish you many blessings. Namaste.